I'm on my way to Coastal Chiropractic to see Dr. Doug White. He is supposed to be very amazing and really talented. About 8 years ago, I hurt my back. I was on the computer and it kind of like kinked and it hasn't been the same. And I fell on ice about 10 years ago and I hurt my shoulder here and that's never been the same. So I am looking for some relief and hopefully he can solve my problems. Well, some of my problems anyways. So I'm excited.
Ow! Oh.
This is the man, Dr. Douglas White.
Hello.
Do you like to be called Douglas? Or
Doug is fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, you own Coastal Chiropractic?
I do.
And it's a local business?
Local business.
So thumbs up.
Here's to take a deep breath in, relax the shoulders, and just stand pretending that no one is watching you. And all we're doing is we're going to take a look at certain anatomical structures and look at alignment and posture. So we're seeing that your right shoulder is slightly elevated compared to your left. It's one.
That's it there.
Yeah, you got what's called a little bit more winging of the scapula on the right compared to the left, where the left side is nice and flush to your rib cage. And you can tell this side, the shoulder, is sort of gone more forward than the other side and is pulling the shoulder blade off the rib cage.
Yeah.
And the same thing in your pelvis, you actually have a slight elevation of the right side of your pelvis compared to your left.
Oh dear, I wish I took better care of myself, to tell you the truth.
And we're just more or less assessing the curves of your back here, of your ear, of your shoulder. So you got a little bit of what we call anterior head carriage, where the ear loses the alignment right over the shoulder and goes forward a little bit.
This patient is an absolute klutz as far as I'm concerned. Thank you very much.
All right, so we're going to start a little bit of an exam with you. And usually when I start my exam, I'm going to start from the head and kind of work our way down through the arm.
Was that your knuckle?
That was my thumb, yeah. Now I'm going to gently push down on top of the head.
Okay.
As I do that, does it change anything in the neck, shoulder, or arm?
Nope.
I'm going to gently push here, or just relax? And
Something like
jammed on that side.
well, kind of hurt.
Lift up on the head. And as I do that, how does that feel?
Good.
Yeah?
Like Beetlejuice when their neck stretch.
And as I do that, any symptoms here at
I
all?
can feel that.
You feel that there? Okay. Tell me if you can feel this equally on both sides. Is it all about the same?
Yeah.
So these are just
Wizardry.
wizardry, some nerve tests.
Okay.
Just
You don't ever do that?
don't stand in front of it. And I'm going to pull back, resist me. Any pain on any of those, up or down?
Not too bad.
Put your hand or your arm up on my shoulder. Now. All right. Put your hands interlaced behind the head. So we're just checking the motion of your thoracic spine or your upper back. And this is palpation. And we're just trying to find, usually when there's a little bit of internal rotation of one shoulder, some of the muscles that attach to the shoulder blade are going to be brought to tension,
Yeah.
and that sort of tugs on your vertebrae.
Yeah.
And you do have some fixations there in the upper back that we'll be working on as well.
Ah, fickle fackle. I should have never lifted that couch from Mildred.
So that's fine. We got an idea.
Not too bad though.
No. Okay, so after evaluating Donnie, we saw that he had a muscle imbalance through the shoulder, and I believe that's residual from an old injury. We're going to start some treatment now with some chiropractic to the spine, shoulder, elbow, and wrist, and focusing on the neck there as well. And then we're going to follow up a little later on with some advice on exercise rehabilitation to establish more balance through the shoulder.
Okay, I'm going to get my adjustment now. Is that what's going to happen?
That's what's going to happen.
So I'm going to hear lots of cracks or something? Or?
You may hear some cracks. It's important to note that the cracks are just a side effect of the adjustment. So we're going to look at the whole spine there for the first session, starting with the pelvis, working up through the back. So all I'm doing right now is just scanning the spine, and we're looking for areas of the vertebrae that have become sort of locked up or fixated. And there's one right here. And you're going to take a deep breath in, let it all the way out, relax the shoulders, a little bit of pressure. Okay.
Do you always hear a crack when you do it?
Not always, but more times than not you will. Pelvis. So we're going to work on the pelvic adjustment, just like that. That sounds aggressive, but
Yeah.
it's not really.
No, I didn't even feel anything. That's pretty cool. My lower back here, I kind of like pulled it out.
You can see it in your pelvis actually. Your pelvis was not, one side was hiked up over the other, right side was hiked up, left side was down. So we're going to lower the headpiece down a little bit. Down. Just like that.
That was a nice little cracky crack.
And we'll bring the top leg up. And deep breath.
Gee, that feels great.
That's a good release.
It's like up, 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 up. So you're adjusting the lower spine, right?
Yeah, that's actually a release for the what we call the lumbar facet joints. So it opens them up and decompresses them, gets them moving again.
Not bad for 73.
Right. Yeah. I need you to wiggle your big toe.
Whoa. Woo. What a trip. Do you work together with massage therapists? Because I was talking to a massage therapist and I was saying his chiropractic, and he said yes, it's very good and everyone should get an adjustment.
Yeah, he use a model personally of a lot of co-care. So I not only would co-care a lot with massage therapists. Matter of fact, we have a massage therapist in this office, but we also work alongside of physiotherapists and family doctors. So that's just the adjustment today. Hey, normally I'll start with just the adjustment, get the structure stuff going first, and then we branch out to the soft tissue. Like probably in the next session we can do one on soft tissue work. It would make the most sense to me.
Yeah.
I usually start with thoracic mobility before any shoulder or soft tissue, because a precursor to shoulder rehabilitation is going to be thoracic mobility, right?
Thoracic Park.
Right.
That's all. What's thoracic?
Your mid back, yeah, that's hilarious.
Mid back.
Yeah.
It's fine.
No worries.
So I just had my treatment. I feel really good, and even my neck is a lot looser. What do I do now?
We'll get into more of a blend between ultrasound therapies and soft tissue techniques, some taping as well.
What's taping?
So we use
We're taping, but
right. Taping. So we use some taping procedures here to tape joints to give stability, but also allow the normal range of motion. And some of the taping procedures we do here also help to increase blood flow to the area and drainage of lymphatic. At this stage, where it's a bit more of a chronic scenario for you, we're going to primarily recommend heat as opposed to ice.
I was always a chronic. I'm just joking. But thanks a lot. So that was a really good session with Dr. Doug White. I feel really good. I feel loose and not as much pressure on my neck, and my lower back feels really relaxed, and my right side of my body feels more relaxed. So it's definitely an improvement. Yeah, feels good to get an adjustment, and I can't wait to go back next weekend and continue my treatments. So stay tuned.
Tune in soon to episode 2, where Donnie gets his second procedure at Coastal Chiropractic, and Dr. Doug talks about his love of life, his addiction to surfing, and his extreme adventures.